So today I'm going to talk to you a bit about cardio and just generally my approach to it, when you should be doing it, when you shouldn't be doing it, advantages and the disadvantages. Now, a lot of people, when they think they need to lose weight, they think, right, I need to hop on the treadmill, I need to start running, which usually is not the case. What they need to be doing is sorting their nutrition out or building muscle, okay? If you do too much cardio, you're only going to get better at cardio and you'll just end up having this kind of shapeless, skinny fat kind of physique. The problem when you do too much cardio is, as you become better and better at it, you actually burn fewer calories in the process of doing it. Whereas when you do resistance-based training or high-intensity interval training, you, in a way, yes, your body becomes better adapted to that style of training, but you don't burn fewer calories, assuming you're still training at high intensity. Also, when it comes to cardio, you want to be thinking in terms of fat loss, not weight loss. Okay, your goal shouldn't be to lose weight, because weight can be lost in the forms of body fat and lean body tissue such as muscle. You don't want to lose muscle. The key is to try and maintain as much muscle mass as possible, as this is what's going to allow you to have a high basic metabolic rate, along with having keeping your strength and your physique looking as good as it can be. Do you need cardio in order to lose fat? The answer to that is no. It is a useful tool, or it can be a useful tool in the process of speeding things up in order to burn fat and to get to the body composition that you want, but it's not essential. When it comes to fat loss, you want to use a number of different approaches in order to reach your goals. So you want to be doing resistance training, you want to be doing some high intensity interval training, and you also want to be doing some low intensity steady state cardio. So it's a combination of everything to try and get you to where you want to go. So the advantages of low intensity steady state cardio are, number one, it's easy to do. You don't need a lot of skill in order to perform it. Number two, it's very unlikely that you'll injure yourself doing it. It's not as if you're doing a deadlift or a heavy squat that you've never really done before. Okay, it's very hard to injure yourself when you're doing this. Three, it's low intensity, so it's not going to be very stressful on your central nervous system, which can be extremely advantageous if you already follow a pretty rigorous protocol, which is very draining on the central nervous system. Weight resistance training, weight training, high intensity interval training, it is very taxing on your central nervous system. So something like low intensity steady state cardio is good to do on rest days or on days where you're generally feeling pretty knackered. It doesn't take that much out of you. Another advantage is it's low impact, so it's not going to cause too much stress on your joints. Walking, cycling on the cross trainer, very, very low impact. It's not like jogging. A lot of people who do excess jogging tend to have a lot of problems with their knees and with their feet, or they're not necessarily being taught how to run properly, so they end up doing some permanent damage to themselves from excess jogging. Another benefit is that you can actually multitask when you do lists. Well, I can anyway. When I'm doing low intensity steady state cardio on a treadmill, or if I'm going for a power walk, I can listen to something whilst I do it. And that's not always music. I like to listen to a podcast, so that when I'm walking, I'm also learning at the same time. Or you can just be free with your thoughts and for once not be distracted by social media and think about life and your goals and where it is you want to go and what you want to do. The advantage of the low intensity steady state cardio is it actually preserves it reduces the amount of muscle breakdown that will occur because it's very low impact and low intensity. So how would you implement low intensity steady state cardio into your regime, or cardio, any cardio if that? First of all, you need to decide what your goals are, okay? So if your goal is to put some size on, put muscle on, okay, cardio isn't really going to assist you with that goal. It's not to say you shouldn't do any cardio whatsoever. I always believe you should do some form of cardio, but low intensity steady state cardio isn't going to be on the top of the priority list when it comes to that goal. When it comes to fat loss, if that's one of your goals, you need to sort your nutrition out. That is the number one priority. Okay, don't start thinking about the type of exercise you need to start doing in order to lose, weight or body fat. You want to be able to try and reduce your body fat by doing as little cardio as possible. And usually, you just need to sort out your nutrition. Okay, so if you eat crap, stop eating crap. If you're over consuming calories, look at your daily intake and just drop it a little bit. Be a little bit more sensible with the types of foods you're eating. Okay, if your diet is made up of 70% carbohydrates and very little protein, you need to change that around. Okay, bump your protein up, lower your carbs, maybe up your fats. Okay, it's completely dependent upon the individual, but you need to reassess your nutrition in order to assist with your goal of losing fat. You also need to look at what your training has been like in the previous few weeks prior to you starting your new regime. So if you've not done anything whatsoever and you're sedentary, you don't need to start doing 5 lots of cardio per week. It's just way too excessive. Okay, if you're starting off with a relatively new regime, I would start introducing by doing 2 to 3 sessions of resistance-based training a week, and sort out your diet. And then as the weeks go by, maybe add another resistance-based training session. Maybe add 1 session of low-intensity steady-state cardio. Maybe add 1 high-intensity interval training session. Okay, the key is to gradually increase your output each week. Okay, you don't want to be drastically cutting calories and drastically increasing your output, because it's unsustainable. You're gonna feel like crap, and it's just a no-no. Right guys, I'm going to keep that video short and sweet for now. I'm going to upload another one tomorrow where I discuss a little bit more about my approach to cardio, along with the different forms of low intensity steady state cardio that you can be incorporating into your program. So thanks for watching and stay tuned.